hydrate your connective tissue, stretch your muscles. Okay, we'll start right now in a standing position. We are going to bring our feet hip width distance apart. So hip width distance is where your hip joints are. It's not the width of your pelvic bones, it's the width of your hip joints right here, so that there's probably 1 foot could fit in between your feet. Okay, so we're finding our balance, we're feeling our spine nice and long, extending upward. The crown of your head is also the sensation of being suspended from the ceiling, so lengthening out our spine. Check your body weight, whether it's shifting forward, backward, to one side, the other. Press your big toes into the floors, then press your little toes into the floor and your heel. So now your weight is equally distributed in between 3 contact points: your big toe, your little toe, and your heel, and also in between both feet. Okay, now it's equal, keeping our spinal curve neutral. We don't want to, tilt our pelvis forward to create excessive arch in our lower back, and neither do we want to move it backward so that we squeeze our glute. Okay, so we're standing right here. Now we're going to inhale, and this time let your shoulders pull upward. We usually don't do that, but here we are in this exercise. Now when you exhale, you lower your rib cage down and feel the way it's pulling your shoulder blades down as well, right? And then we lower our arms. Again, inhale, pull shoulders up. The rib cage is sliding up. Exhale, lower the rib cage down. Feel it sliding down. And complete the exhalation by lowering your arms. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, rib cage down, arms down. One more time. Exhale and lower your arms. This time we're going to do the same, the first part of the exercise. Inhale, pull your shoulders up, then exhale, lower your rib cage down and rotate your rib cage to the side to complete the exhalation. Inhale, pull it up. Exhale, rib cage down. Rotating with your rib cage, your pelvis is staying stable. One more time to each side, pulling those shoulders up. You might want to even kind of feel the way with your hands, the way your rib cage is pulling up, and then pull it down. Exhale, such a relief in your neck. So let's do it. Inhale, pull those shoulders up. Exhale, lower your rib cage and rotate. And last one, pull, lower, exhale, rotate to the side. Great job. Just roll your shoulders backward, one at a time. And we're going to spread our arms wide apart. Make them face up, the palms of your hands facing up, so your upper arms are rotated outward. Shoulders down, neutral curve. You'll check your weight distribution, 3 contact points. Okay, now we are going to rotate one arm, upper arm inward, so it's turning our thumb to the floor, right? While keeping the other arm in the same position. Then we're going to rotate the other arm inward and your right arm goes outward. Keeping them at your shoulder level. Rotate as much as it feels comfortable. You always got to stay within your comfort zone. We don't want to pull anything too much. Start gently if you're new to these workouts, and then you can experiment when you feel ready. Now we're going to look up at the palm that's facing the ceiling and reverse. So one shoulder rotating inward, the other outward, and switching sides. Reaching upward with the crown of your head, keeping your spine nice and long. Now this time, when we're looking at this arm, we are going to slide our rib cage gently toward that arm. So it's facing up. This one is rotated inward. So we're pulling our rib cage toward that arm and switch. Lengthening through your pinkies. Imagine someone's pulling your pinky to the opposite direction. It's pulling toward that wall that's across the room. We're not bending at the rib cage, we're sliding it gently to the side while keeping the pelvis stable. Lengthening that arm through the pinky. Slight shift in your rib cage. And one more on each side. And release. Shake your arms, release that tension. If you have to, shake your shoulders. Great job. Now we'll move on to our knees. Place your feet as wide apart as it feels comfortable. This is a tricky move, but you'll get hold of it, I'm sure. The right leg is straight. The left one is bent at your knee. We're going to focus on your knee. The working knee is your left one this time. So we're going to move it gently inward towards your midline while also rotating your rib cage away from that knee. Then straighten it, bend it, rotate, bring it just gently inside within your comfort range again. Okay, it's got to feel comfortable and you have to feel in control of the movement. Very gently, like it's approaching. If you look down, it's approaching the inside edge of your foot. Okay, and rib cage to the side and straighten. Knee in, your hips slightly moving backwards in a diagonal line. You might want to even place your hand on it because we are going to increase that range of motion. We're going to bend even more at your hip and straighten, bending more. Your knee is moving inward slightly and bending at the hips, facing the straight leg. And one more time. Now we're going to stop right here and we're going to circling motion with your torso and feel the way your knee is following the movement. We straighten it. Again, knee in. Push those hips back. The rib cage rotating towards your straight leg. Circling, straightening the knee, bringing it into starting position. Knee in, bending at hips, circle your torso, return. Knee in, hips. We are keeping our foot flat on the floor. It's planted firmly on the floor. We don't lift any edge of the foot, either inner or outer edge. Keep going. I might be talking, but you want to keep going. Knee in, bending at hip, circling. And last one, shoulders down. Spine is nice and long. Great job. Awesome. Now we're going to switch sides. The working knee is the right one. So we're bringing it slightly in while rotating our rib cage away from it toward the straight leg. and starting position. Knee slightly in, rotating your rib cage, and of course your pelvis is following. And straighten, shoulders are relaxed, bending at your hips. If you want to place your hands right here at your hip joint, you want to guide the motion, that bending motion at the hips, while keeping your back straight. Rotating. Now we're going to increase the range of motion, bending even more. Our feet are planted on the floor, knees moving inward toward the midline, pushing that foot into the floor and returning to the starting position. Inhale, exhale, and we're going to add that circling motion with your torso. So knee in, bending at your hips, and circling, straighten that leg. Bend that leg, knee in, circling, coming back to the starting position. Knee in, nice and long spine. Bend, knee in, bending at hips. Make sure to keep your head in line with your upper back. Imagine your back and your head is one single block. You don't want to break it, the lines of it in any way. So you don't want to, drop your shoulders forward, round your upper back, or drop your head. It's all one single line. And making the movement smooth, increasing the range of motion when you feel ready. And 2 more. Last one. Great job. Awesome. Now we'll go down on the mat. And we're going to stay in a quadruped position. Let's cross your right. We'll place the right knee on top of the left. Okay, so I crossed my legs by taking my right knee and taking it over the left one. Find a comfortable position. Walk your hands forward a bit. Now we're going to push the mat away from your body and rock your hips back. When you push it, that's the movement it creates in our pelvis. It's pushing it back very gently. Try not to lean to your left too much. Just try to find that center. So pushing it away, pulling it in with your hands. Pushing the mat away, pulling it in towards your body. 2 more. Breathing, we're not holding the breath. Exhale and back. Now bring your hands a bit closer to your body. And we're going to rock it from side to side. The movement's happening at your hips. Your pelvis is rocking from side to side. Try to keep the sides of your bodies, no matter where your hips are going, try to keep the sides of your body long. You don't want to bend at your sides. You don't want to break that line. Keep it long. Same thing to the other side. Long lines along both sides of your body. Great. One last time. Good. Now we're going to slide that knee that's on top. So it's the right one. We're going to straighten that leg, push the floor away, and slide it back. It's still staying crossed over your left leg. We're sliding, pushing the mat away, sliding it back, and pushing the mat towards your body. bringing the leg back and hips to the starting position. Feel a nice stretch in your gluteal area. Your butt cheeks are getting stretched. Keeping your spine nice and long. Your head is in line with your upper back. One more time. Now go just halfway forward, not all the way. And then, or find the comfortable position so you feel stable. Now we're going to lower that knee that's on top. And again, straighten the leg. So lower. If you don't feel anything, try to go backward a bit. And lower the knee and lift it off the ground, which would straighten your leg. Very gentle. Kind of slightly pushing the hips back. Nice. Now we're going to lower the knee. Stay right here and bring your forearms, your elbows to the floor. And we're gonna rock forward and back with your knees staying on the floor. Very gentle rocking motion. Awesome. Now we'll create arches with the sides of our body. We're going to, again, move the hips from side to side. But this time when you move it, try to kind of go lower with your hips and lengthen the side of your body. The right one in this case. Then as you turning to your left, you're going to lengthen this side of your body. So just make sure to keep them equally long. You don't want to bend at them, but rather lengthen them. If you have to bring your arms a bit forward to create that lengthening sensation, go ahead. Experiment with the position of your knee, with the position of your elbows. Awesome. Now bring it to the center. Going flip the leg over. Bring ourselves up. And this hip is at 90 degrees. The knee is at 90 degrees. We're going to rock it back and forward. Feeling a nice stretch in your calf area. Very gently. You can pause for as long as you want and bring yourself back. Push the mat away. Feel the stretch in your calf area and bring it back. And two more. Pressing those hands into the floor with your fingers wide, spread apart, so that we have a good support, and bring that knee back. Okay, sit back a bit, do a child's pose, extend your arms forward, and breathe for a few seconds. Just relax, melt your chest, melt your belly, relax your neck. You might want to put your forehead to the floor. Long arms, shoulder blades are drawn down along your spine. And slowly tuck your tailbone under, push the mat towards your body, around your spine, and bring yourself back to the quadruped position. Okay, now we're switching legs. Now we're having our left knee over our right knee, so they're crossed. Walk your hands forward a bit, push the mat away, and push the hips back. Push the mat away from your body, gentle movement, keeping your body weight in the center. We're not leaning to that right side. Exhale, inhale, smooth and controlled. Straight spine, head is in line with your back. Awesome. Last one. Stay right here. Now we're going to bring that hip down, rock it from side to side. Gentle rocking motion with your hips. And feel the way your pelvis is following and then your spine is following. Okay, now we're straightening that leg that's across, right? And we're keeping it across the right shin, and we're sliding it back, pushing the mat away and forward. Pushing the mat away. The top of your foot is sliding on the carpet, on your mat. Relaxed. Feeling a nice stretch on the side of your right hip. Your glute on the right side. Gentle and controlled. Neutral arch in your spine. Not dropping our head and not dropping our rib cage in between the shoulders. We're pressing into the floor nice and sturdy. The rib cage is lifted. And we're now going to find a comfortable position where you feel that you can bend your knee and feel a nice comfortable stretch. You might want to bring your hands down. Experiment again with the position of your hands and knee and lift it up. Bring it down. The knee that's on top that crosses the right leg. So we're bending it and then straightening the leg. As you bend it, your hips are shifting backward and you're feeling a nice stretch. Awesome. We'll continue with that side to side rocking motion of your hips. And again, as we move to one side towards your left, your leg is straightening. As you move towards your right, you're placing your knee onto the floor and then not bending but lengthening to the side as much as you can. So placing the knee on the floor, straightening it, and bending toward that straight leg. And remember, we are maintaining long sides. We're not bending, but rather lengthening. Your rib cage is shifting from side to side. Your hands are pressing firmly into the floor. And one last time. Awesome. Now we're gonna bring that leg out. Your hips are now parallel to each other. Your toes are flexed on your left foot. And we're going to push the mat away and bring it forward. Away and forward. Again, if you're tired, you may choose to go on your forearms. Everybody's different. You gotta choose your position. If your wrists get tired, you always can switch to elbow position or standing on your fists as well, right? That's helping too. Controlled and smooth rocking motion forward and back. Your spine is nice and long, extending forward with the crown of your head. Pause if you wish, when you're feeling a nice stretch, and move forward. Last one. Awesome. Bring your knee in. Again, spread your knees apart. soles of your feet touching, or toes of your feet touching each other. Push that mat away and relax. Place your forehead on the floor. Breathing in to the bottom of your rib cage and out. Your belly is relaxed. Your chest is melting toward the floor. One more breath. Awesome. Now we're going to move forward. Sit down on your sit bones. You feel those bones, one each on each side. Good, nice and long spine. Bring the soles of your feet together in a diamond, so our legs are in a diamond shape now. And we grab the ankles or shins with your hands. Nice and long spine, reaching up with the crown of your head. Keep breathing, shoulders relaxed. Keep rocking. Awesome. And slow down, decrease the range of motion. Find your sit bones. If you want, you can even spread them, slide your feet away from your body. Now we're going to grab the ankles. I'm going to tuck the tailbone under, round our spine, round our upper back, chin to chest, lengthening the entire spine from bottom, from your tailbone all the way to your cervical vertebrae, which is your neck vertebrae in the neck region. Push the hands into your ankles or your shins, wherever you're reaching to round your spine even more. And straightening your arms, kind of pulling as if you're pulling your feet towards your body. You're going to straighten your spine, bring your breastbone out as if there's a laser beam, that's going slightly forward and up. And again, tuck your tailbone under. Your pelvis rocking backward, rounding your back, your lower back, your mid back, pushing the area in between your shoulder blades out, bringing your chin towards your chest. And pull those ankles towards your body with your straight arms. Your pelvis is shifting forward, tilting forward. Your sit bones are open. There's a maximum space in between your sit bones. Feel that area stretching in between your sit bones. Nice and long spine. Breathing in and down. Out, in and out. Nice. Feeling still. Feeling calm and energized at the same time. Okay, let your hands go. Push your knees together. Bring them to the side and sit on your heels. We'll take one breath in. Again, let's lift our shoulders. Then exhale, lower that rib cage down, shoulders away from your ears and down. And one more time, shoulders up. Exhale, rib cage down, shoulders blades are sliding down. And complete the exhale by lowering your arms. Now we'll take our right hand to the opposite shoulder, your left hand. Squeeze yourself tight. Give yourself a good tight hug. You deserve it.